Good morning, y'all. Another fun day in the markets. Woke up this morning to find this. So, I kind of had the feeling the other day when we saw that huge, that green day, everything like went up. We had some double-digit gains, and it looked like everything was, you know, peaches and cream again. But no, I had this feeling that was just kind of correcting the ridiculous sell-off that we got. What is it, like 3 or 4 days ago now? So yeah, we got that huge panic sell for no reason. It bounced back up super quick yesterday, and we're back in it. So, uh, as I was trying to convey yesterday, we are nowhere, we are not out of this. This thing is still going down. So, taking a look at the market cap this morning, we're at 81 billion, down a little bit from the other day, I guess yesterday morning. And we take a look at this on a 7-day chart, and you'll notice that we are still continuing downwards, guys. Now, go ahead and talk about some of these coins I'm looking at. Start off with the big boy Bitcoin. Oh my gosh, guys, this is such an ugly chart. It's almost heartbreaking. This is really ugly, guys. Like super ugly. You'll notice this is a 4-hour chart, so kind of a longer term look on Bitcoin. What you'll notice here is we broke right through this support here at 2305. This is up here on Bitstamp, so whatever exchange you're using, be sure you're looking at the right prices and stuff. But as you can see here, man, we're just forming more and more resistance up here. All of these supports are just falling through and making new resistance lines. So now what we're looking at here is we got another double bottom. That's what it's bouncing off right here at 2269. This thing about these double bottoms, guys, is like pretty much all the time. On occasion, you can get a trend reversal on a double bottom. And I mean, it's entirely possible that we'll get one around here with the argument area that existed prior. Um, but I mean, it's also more likely that it's not gonna bounce, man. And so I mean, our next support level that if Bitcoin doesn't hold up above this line today, what we're going to be looking for is a fall down to about 2170 here. So that'll be kind of our next major support line. And as you can see, not great. So this is what I'm thinking is likely. Let me go ahead and draw an arrow here. We are probably headed down this way over the next couple of days. And I mean, we need to get some kind of news, some kind of good news, to kind of boost this thing up. Because as it is right now, yeah, this is probably just going to keep going down until the user activated software goes through. And until that happens, yeah, like I said, man, we're probably just going to see some more retracements. So, I posted a Steemit article on my Steemit account back at the top of this wave, and I was calling it back then. $2,000, maybe even 1750. It looks like we're headed that way, guys. We got some major support lines here that I've got drawn out here. $2,000, of course, the major psychological level at $2,000. 1852, 1759, and about 1700. These are the major support levels that are holding Bitcoin up. I really don't expect much more retracement than that. However, it is worth noting that if we look at this on a daily chart, looking at this on a daily chart, our major, let's say you could say that there's, a support line here right around 1600. But really the big one is all the way down here at 1288. So it's very possible that Bitcoin can fall back down to there, guys. Um, I don't look at this as a negative thing. It is certainly going to scare a lot of people out of the markets, but that doesn't concern me because I do have a long-term outlook on this. So the way I look at that is if we do get a retracement, beneath 2,000, all that is a great opportunity to pick up Bitcoin at prices we haven't seen since May. So I mean, take advantage of it, guys. Take advantage of it. You ought to be buying in every freaking chance you have, especially when we get these huge down days like this. I mean, Bitcoin is less than $2,300 right now. I mean, it hasn't been like this in weeks. So, I mean, you can look at it negatively, like, Bitcoin's dropping like a rock, or you can look at it positively, like we're getting the opportunity to get some cheap Bitcoin for once. Um, but yeah, my short-term view on Bitcoin is bearish. I did want to pull up this indicator here. Let it compile and load up and everything. So as you can see here, we've got yeah, coming down to an 8 here. So we should get a 9. Yeah, it's probably going to be a down day today with a 9. And if we do get that 9, that's a buy signal. Um, so I mean, we could be seeing the end of this today, maybe, or who knows. So I mean, there's my opinion on Bitcoin. I'm short-term bearish, at least until we get some kind of good news about the soft fork. Or I mean, it's just like there's so much BS being spread around about this Bitcoin fork, guys. It's not a big deal. Like, stop getting scared about it. It's freaking, it's nothing. Uh, Bitmain and Barry Silbert and Fake Satoshi, like, they want you to believe that Bitcoin's gonna split. It's BS, guys. Bitmain and freaking Jihan, they can go off and make their own little altcoin, call it, Bitcoin, or I don't know what they're gonna call it. Who cares? They might try to call it Bitcoin, but we as the users, we as the community, like, we know what the real Bitcoin is. It's the original chain, and they can split off and make their own freaking chain, and it's just not going to happen, guys. It's not. There's no economic incentive for them to do that. So um, don't worry about it. Bitmain is not going to freaking make their own coin. We're not getting bigger blocks. SegWit is going to get activated, and that's what's going to happen, and the price is going to go through the freaking roof. So just hodl, guys. Um, sit on them bitcoins. Don't worry about it. And I was going to say, make sure you get your damn coins off of the exchange in the days leading up to the soft fork. Keep an eye. Whatever exchange you're using, you need to make sure that you know what their policy is on the fork. Let's see. I think it was one of the Taiwan. Gosh, who was it? I can't remember which exchange. They just announced their plans for the soft fork that's coming up. You need to be sure that you're aware of whatever exchange you're using, what their plans are to prepare for it. And furthermore, I'd say it would be a good idea to get your coins out of the exchange and into cold storage, or at least onto a hardware wallet on your computer or on your phone, somewhere that it's not sitting there on the exchange in case something. I don't know. I mean, it's unpredictable. It's Bitcoin, guys. Who knows what's going to happen? So, you got to be careful. But I've talked enough about that. Ethereum. Um, you know, I saw something on this chart. I think it was on the hourly. Hold on. I had this drawn out. Maybe on this one? Yeah. So here's what I was looking at, guys. We did have, if you draw this trend line here, let me see, where is it? I guess I could use this one. If you take a look at this trend line here, guys, we got a breakout, and it found support down there at the bottom. Oh gosh, it's already fallen through this line? Jeez. Well, that was a worthless line. Try this again. Oh, that's right, I had that drawn on a 4-hourly chart. But yeah, what we're looking for here, guys, is we got a breakout from here, but this is the longer term downtrend. This is what's holding Ethereum down. It's held it down every single time Ethereum's tried to rally out of it since we started this correction. So it's a big deal. We did get this rally out of this trend line, which is a good sign, and it's holding up on this lower uptrend line here. But what I would expect, today is actually probably, in fact, if you're looking for a little day trade, I would almost say Ethereum. Because, oh yeah, shoot, look at that. Oh yeah, that's a good looking little thing right there. We got a wick down here, and this actually opened and the low hasn't even gone as far as this wick. We do have making higher lows, and we're making higher highs. So, I mean, this is a midterm uptrend. Ethereum actually should have an update today, guys. In fact, I might do a little day trade on this bad boy. Look at this long position here. If I were to open it there, set my stop just beneath the, let's see, I don't know, man, it's a lot of risk. Ouch. Really? You have to go down that far. Dude, I don't know, man. Maybe. Alright, hold on. If I was going to do this, I'd set the stop here. Because if I was wrong, I just want to get out of it. So, and we could put this up here, make it a 3-to-1. I mean, shoot, it'll go up here and test the trend line. Here we go, something like this. Yeah, look at that bad boy. It'd be like 10%. Shoot. Yeah, I might be willing to risk 2.6% to make 11. That's a pretty good trade. All right, I'll give it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go long on this bad boy. Just for a day. Trying to try up here, make sure I get my target cell put in there, so I don't have to worry about this thing because it's gonna go up here, hit this trend line, and it's gonna break down and knock this trend line right the hell out. So, but until we get up here, Ethereum is gonna move up and try. But I don't think we're done with this Ethereum downtrend. I don't think this is the bottom. I don't. But it is looking strong for today, so I might go ahead and see what we can do there. Litecoin. So I opened up this position yesterday. Looks like we're still kind of chopping sideways a little bit. This ain't bad. I didn't like this big red candle, but we're holding up against this area here, so as long as we don't dip below here, that's why I've got my stop down here. If we dip below here, then, it's meaningless. This thing's going to drop even further. I'll drop below this low. But I think it's probably going to hold here. This is an uptrend. However, I'm going to have to readjust this line. Yeah, I'll deal with that later, but yeah, I'm a little bit in a negative position there with Litecoin, but I do have, I think we got good prospects for today, guys. I'm going to have to adjust this down to here now. The thing about trend lines is they're never confirmed until we get 3, there's my third. Okay, great. See, I should have known that. In fact, we might even go further. Yeah, it's probably going to do one of these. Come back down and test this. Boy, it's going to get close to my stop. Hopefully I don't hit it, because I know this thing's going back up. Yeah, that's kind of what I'll do like that. Man, having to hold this thing a lot longer than I wanted to. It'll happen sometimes. But yeah, I was just trying to go for that 7%. Anyways, XRP, Ripple. Um, what to say about Ripple? Not much. I mean, I did this little arrow last night. We didn't even get a test up there. There's just nothing to drive that rally, guys. I think that Ripple is going to continue to retrace. Going to go back down and test these support lines, and it's probably going to break through. There's just nothing to drive. Like, there's no excitement in the crypto markets right now, guys. Like what's going to hold these prices up? I mean, this is all speculative, guys. Like, there's the majority of the people that have money in these markets, it's speculative money. So like when things look bad, they're gonna take their money out and they're gonna put it in something safe, like cash. Um, well, safe's a relative term, but short term safe. You know, cash ain't gonna lose its value tomorrow. Might lose a couple fractions of a percentage point, but um, it's not gonna lose 20%. Like I don't know. Let me just pick a random currency that lost 20% today. I'm sure there's something. There's always someone. NEM's down 10. IOTA's down 15. Oh, IOTA's had a week, bro. IOTA's down like, oh my gosh, I don't even know. How do I pull up that weekly one? Do I have to click on this? Yeah. Down 40%. See, that's why you don't buy ICOs, guys. Well, I mean, if you know what, the people that bought the ICO probably sold it, before it dropped 40%. But I mean, whenever you see something jump up here on the top 10 that you don't know about, you're like, oh, look at this, let me buy some of this. Don't do it, because it always does this, guys. Always down 40%. Stratus is down 40% in a week. Zcash, oh my gosh. Anyways, guys, I mean, they're all like this. Today is not a great day for the crypto markets. Ethereum Classic is gonna head back down here to this box. Um, Dash, we're still working inside this little short-term triangle here. We need a break to the upside to go long, but what I'm expecting is a retracement downwards to the bottom of this trend line, which is actually going to be a great buy down here. Monero, let me pull Monero up. Monero's getting real close to a beautiful buy zone, actually. We may see that today or tomorrow, maybe overnight. But what you got here is we're moving down to the bottom of this huge long-term channel. So what we'd be looking for is we could actually pick this up down here at the bottom of this trend line and then ride it up for the next wave. And you'll notice that this is like 100% move. So there's a big opportunity there in Monero coming up. And then finally, Steam it. I did want to note it. I did want to open up this Steam chart. Reason being is we're getting down here. We got two converging trends. This shorter term downtrend, which has got a steep slope, and then the longer term downtrend, which doesn't have quite as a steep slope, but still pretty damn steep. What we're looking for is these two actually converge here in this area. And this is also where we have the bottom of this argument area. So this is not only a huge support area, but we're going to get a squeeze of these two trend lines. Usually when something like that happens, it forces the market to decide where it's going to go. So when we get down here to the bottom of these trends, it's gonna bounce inside both of these, and then it's finally going to get to the point where it gets squeezed right here, and it's going to be forced to choose. Is it going up or is it going down? If it goes down, we're going to have it fall all the way down here to this support line at 23,000 Satoshis. But what I think is more likely is we're going to find support down here at 40,000 Satoshis, and it's going to break out. We're going to have another one of these huge moves. So Steam's something to keep your eye on. Um, next few days, I think we're gonna start seeing that. So I'm gonna leave it off at that, guys. I got I got things to do today. I don't have a whole lot of time for this, but I just kind of wanted to share with you that you guys need to be careful. Be real careful because what we got the other day when you saw that green, I know a lot of people were like, "Boom, we're back in it, guys. Buy, buy, buy." And as you can see, the next day we wake up and we wake up to this. So I mean, like when this, that's what we call that is a bull trap. The market, we get some people rolling in to boost the market up. We call them the market makers. The whales come in there and you know buy up some big shares of stuff that they want. And then they can go around and, people will jump in, that thing will rally up, and then they'll, boom, sell it right off and knock the market right back down. It's called the bull trap, guys. What it does is it catches inexperienced traders in bad positions. And that's what we don't want. So don't let it fool you, guys. This is a corrective phase right now, and I think July um, it's not going to look good, guys. This is going to be most of our days. Most days are going to be like this. So, I mean, like, just be careful with your capital, guys. Like, don't lose it all. Um, I think Bitcoin is never a bad place to have your money. Even though Bitcoin is losing value, like, against the dollar, um, it's not a bad idea to just keep holding Bitcoin. Like, you can, get out of Bitcoin, buy it at a lower price. That's never a bad idea. But um, long term, there's no problem holding Bitcoin. Whereas I don't know about some of these other coins, man. Like, I just don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it off at that, guys. I appreciate you watching. If if you like my videos, like what I do, think any of my analysis is good, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I try to do these live broadcasts, a few times a week. Trying to get to the point where I do it every day, but it's unrealistic for me to say that I absolutely will do this every day. Um, but yeah, give me a thumbs up, a like, a share. Um, just kind of try and spread the word. I'm trying to build this up a little bit. In case you don't know, I do offer a personal consulting service where I can talk to you about a personalized investment strategy for yourself. How to keep from these red days really affecting you and how you can really take advantage of them. So if you are interested at all in my consulting service, please send me a message. You can always reach me on Facebook at Agorist Millionaire. Leave me a comment here on YouTube. I try to be very responsive, guys. If you have any questions about any of this, feel free to ask. And with all that being said, guys, thanks a lot. Good luck today. Don't get screwed. Have a nice day.